Leonardo da Vinci once said that time waits just long enough for those who use it. So the question is, what are you doing with your time? We all have 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with your time? Are you building your dream? Or are you helping someone else build theirs? Are you putting in the work every single day, every single moment of now? Are you planning for your future? They say planning is bringing the future into the present so you can do something about it now. So the question is this: what are you doing with your time? Remember, the time is always now. And thank you for joining me for the Time Is Always Now podcast. My name is Terence Young. I'm your host for the podcast today. This is a podcast that's dedicated to help people get past their excuses. Help people get past saying I'm going to do it someday or one day and saying I'm going to do it right now because it's the only time we have. If you don't know who I am a mindset coach, a new thought transformational speaker, an author, a runner, and a musician. And I help people get past their excuses. I help people harness the power in the eternal moment of now so they can set themselves free and start pursuing their passion right here, right now. So thank you for joining me for the podcast. If you'd like to donate to the podcast, by all means you can. Just go to my website. It's terenceyoungnow.com. You can donate there, and thank you in advance because when you donate, you help me to continue to do what I do, which is spread these messages of love, of hope, of encouragement, of compassion, and to inspire our next generation, to inspire us all, to inspire the world to raise our consciousness to a different level so we can bring peace, joy, love, more of all of that to our world. So thank you in advance for continuing to help. Excited about this week, excited about today. We've been talking about inner peace and how to find inner peace all week. And we've been doing a lot in the Facebook group. If you haven't joined the Facebook group yet, it's The Time Is Always Now Facebook group. Join the group. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll love it. It's a group of like-minded people that believe in the same thing. That I want to change my life. I want to stop waiting on someday or one day. I want to get past that fear. So how do I do it? What do I need to do right here, right now to change my life for the better? So if you want to be a part of that and be inspired, motivated, and challenged, join the Time Is Always Now Facebook group, and you will definitely feel the camaraderie of the group and how we can all help each other, how we all raise each other to the next level. So definitely join the group. We've been talking about inner peace. That's our focus all week, and I'm going to share some ways that we can experience inner peace. And when I think about this, it's like when we talk about what's going on in the United States right now, it definitely can be hard to find inner peace. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, it doesn't matter which way you go politically or whatever. Just watching the news, it's hard to keep your peace. So I'm gonna share with you some tangible ways that you can keep your inner peace, even amongst all the chaos that's going on. So one of the quotes I used this week was, "There's peace in the storm." There's peace in the midst of the storm. I love it. It's so powerful because it is the truth. Meaning that even though there are storms brewing all around us right now, for many of us, especially in the United States, but really all over the world, there's all kinds of things going on in other countries as well. I'm just talking about United States because that's where I live. But there's all kinds of things brewing and happening all over the world and in our lives, personally, professionally, whatever it may be. But even though you have all those storms, there's still peace in the storm. And when we recognize that, we know how to find it. We know how to find that inner peace. I'll share this with you. When I was married, my wife and I went to lunch one day. went to Cheesecake Factory, and we went to have lunch. Supposed to be a nice afternoon lunch. I just got through speaking, and we were together, and we were gonna have a great lunch. And went to Cheesecake Factory. We waited, ordered our food at the table, waited 30 minutes. A full 30 minutes is a long time to wait for food. So we waited, and we're like, damn, it's taking a long time. Finally, my food comes out, but hers isn't even ready yet. So that's kind of ruining the meal, the thing. We wanted to eat together, talk together. You know what, if I got my food and she doesn't, it doesn't feel right. So I'm getting upset, she's getting upset. They bring her food out. About 10 minutes later, I think she had ordered some kind of burger or something, and she wanted it medium well or something like that. They bring it out, it's well, so it's overcooked for what she wanted. So now she's saying, this is not what I wanted. So then she had to send it back. But the waiter said, well, we cooked these to order, so if we cook another one, it's gonna be another 30 minutes. So they completely ruined our lunch. So we said, now we're at the point where we're like, well, go ahead and cook it. We'll just take our food home, I guess. So we were both upset. Now, by the time the next 30 minutes went by for them to bring her food and have it cooked the right way the second time, we're both pissed at this point. And I asked to speak to the manager. And she's telling me, and I'm saying to myself, I gotta find that peace. I'm not gonna go off. They just ruined our lunch, and I gotta find that peace. And right before he came out, we both were talking to each other, and I remember this quote. My reaction to any situation is an awareness of me. Before he came to that table, I said, my reaction to any situation is an awareness of me. So how I react is an awareness of what's going on inside of me. If you ask yourself that question before you open your mouth, whatever I say is an awareness of what's going on inside of me. It's not about the other person. It's not about the incident. It's not about the situation. It's about me, because I can still find peace no matter what's going on outside of me. By looking inside and finding that God and finding that spirit inside of me and saying, I'm going to be at peace regardless of the craziness, regardless of this situation that I've allowed myself to get angry about. And so I was able to find that peace, and I calmly talked to him, and I explained to him that he ruined the restaurant ruined our experience, and he agreed. He said we couldn't eat lunch together because she didn't have her food, and he agreed. And they said we're going to bring her food. That she had her food, and we're not going to charge you for it. I said that's fine. We'll do it that way. So we ended that conversation amicably, and neither one of us got upset or angry. And we just went home, and she enjoyed her food a little bit later once we got home. But we can find peace even in those storms in our lives. So think about the storms you have going on in your life, and think about how you've decided that you're going to be upset, because that's the case. You decided. You can choose again. Think about the fact that you can have peace inside yourself even when there's a storm, and then choose to find that inner peace by going inside and finding that God, finding that spirit, finding that I am inside of yourself. So powerful when you know that this exists and it's there for you if you just grab it. It's there for us. So there's peace in the storm. And we all have storms going on in our lives. The next one is this. Learning to ignore things is one of the greatest paths to peace. Ooh, I love this one. I shared this one earlier in the week. Learning to ignore things. How many people know someone on social media that just cannot let go of a social media argument? Especially now, what's going on now. I have so many friends of mine who I've worked with and colleagues of that we differ on opinions when it comes to politics. But I don't let that stop me. How many times have you seen people cutting off their friends, cutting off their own family because they disagree? Sometimes you just gotta learn to ignore things. Just let it go. Just ignore it. Completely ignore it. And that's what I do. I see posts from friends of mine that I'm friends with, I've talked to, I know them in person, not just social media friends, real friends. But they post something on social media and I'm like, I really don't agree with that. But you know what? I ignore it and let it go, because I'm not going to let that steal my peace. If you want to experience inner peace, here's a good idea for you. Stop trying to fight all the battles. Ignore some things that aren't for you. If they're think about this, they're posting something on their page, It ain't got nothing to do with you. Let it go. Let it go. Don't fight all those battles. You're losing your peace fighting battles with everybody, every other person that disagrees with you. It's okay. It's perfectly normal that we disagree with each other. I don't know when this changed. It happened somewhere between before Trump came president and then during it. But now we just cannot disagree. We have to hate each other and want to fight and kill each other because we disagree. I don't know when that started, but we got to stop that. Okay? It's normal. It's not even a bad thing. It's a good thing when two people disagree and can sit down and talk and say, why do you feel this way? Why do you feel this way? That's a good thing. When did this become this horrible thing? Oh my God, they don't agree with me, so I hate them. We've got to stop that. And you lose your inner peace when you keep fighting all these battles. Ignore the things that you say bother you. Don't allow them to bother you. That's how you experience and find inner peace. Let some things go. Very important. Very important. The last thing is this. I love this quote. It's so simple. Peace begins with a smile. Peace begins with a smile. If you want to experience peace in your life, start by doing this. Smile. Just greet people with a smile. And I don't mean a fake smile. I mean an authentic smile. I mean searching inside yourself, first of all, to do some things we're talking about. Find that God inside of you so you can really feel authentic joy, right? And greet people with a smile. Don't prejudge people before you even know them. Don't prejudge it because what someone else said about them. Greet people with a smile. Greet life with a smile, right? Not just people, but any situation. Knowing this, every situation is working for my unfolding good. You want to experience peace? Greet life with a smile. Greet everything with a smile. Knowing that even though this situation feels funny, feels uncomfortable to me, it's for my good. That'll make you smile. God's in it. God's got to be in it. When you experience inner peace, know that God's in everything. Even the situation that you don't think is good, God's in that too. The universe is working in your favor all the time, in every single moment of now. Greet life with a smile. Greet every single person you meet with a smile. That changes the vibration of your communication right away if you are giving an authentic and genuine smile. People teach this actually when you go into a job interview or something like that. Just smile and really mean it. Yeah, really mean it. There's a great quote that I heard one time that says, we all smile in the same language. And I thought about that and that was so profound because we do. You could go to China right now and you don't speak a lick of Chinese, but if a Chinese person smiles at you, you know they're happy. If you smile at them, they know you're happy. You know it. Doesn't matter what language you speak. You can go to Russia, you can go to Italy, whatever the case may be, Paris. We all smile in the same language, and that is a beautiful thing. It's universal. That means, hey, I'm happy. I feel good about what's going on here. An authentic smile, right? Not a fake smile, a real smile. We all smile in the same language. So important. You want to experience inner peace? Greet each person with a smile and greet life in general with a genuine smile. That feeling of joy that comes from inside. And how do you connect to that joy from inside? Connecting to that I am inside of you. Connecting to that spirit, that God, that Christ that lives within you. That's how you do that. Knowing that. Knowing that everything is working in my favor. It's always working for my unfolding good. Ooh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. You want to experience inner peace? Know that there's peace in the storm. Know there's peace. Even amongst the storm that's going on around you, you can still find peace by going inside. Second thing, learn how to ignore things that used to bother you. Let some things go. Don't try to fight every battle. Choose your battles. I'm not saying you can't fight some battles, right? We're going to have that, but you got to choose them. You can't fight all the battles because you got to experience your peace. You got to experience you got to take your life and direct it in the way you want it to go. And sometimes you want to choose peace over having that disagreement or that argument because it's better for you mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. So learn to ignore some things to find peace. And lastly, peace begins with a smile. Greet each person with a smile. Greet life, each predicament, each situation with a smile, knowing that God's in it. If you do that, It's going to change your life. Definitely. Hey, continue to join me on Friday morning meditation. I want to remind you guys that Friday morning meditation, every Friday morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on Friday morning meditation, where it's a guided meditation to get you moving in the right direction for the weekend and align yourself with that Christ within. And so continue to join me there. Make sure you join the Facebook group. The Time Is Always Now Facebook group. It's awesome, and it's going to be motivating and encouraging to you as well. So remember, finding inner peace. Finding inner peace. There's peace in the midst of the storm. Learn how to ignore things and greet every situation with a smile. If you do that, you're going to find that inner peace, and then you will be able to unequivocally say, I own the now, and I am one. This is TY. I'm signing off. Remember, the time is always now.